everybody, and welcome back to another video. We are continuing where we left off with Eden. We are about to move on to the very first battle that we're going to be having. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. We're going in completely blind, and it's called Deploy the Core. Rean waits anxiously for Thancred to return from surveying the area. I wonder what's taking Thancred so long. Ah, there he is. Well, that was rather uneventful. Not that I'm complaining. Did you find anything? No, thankfully. There's naught but barren plains in every direction, apart from Eden, obviously. I tried approaching it, and the brute didn't even seem to notice me. I thought it best not to tempt fate, so I withdrew. We should act now, before it's fully awake. Meaning what exactly? When I think about the flood of light, I get the feeling that rather than destroying everything in its path, what it actually did was stop the flow of ether. Of course, that meant that all of the plants, animals, and people here could no longer survive. They must have crumbled to dust in the years since. But the ether is still here, lying dormant. If Eden is the one that caused it, maybe you can get it flowing again. I don't know for certain, but I think I can use Eden to bring back life to the empty. Now hold on a moment. What makes you think that's even possible? And how do you expect to control that kind of power? Rean's aspirations may not be as preposterous as thou dost surmise. I believe Minfilia halted the flood of light's advance not by destroying Eden, but by silencing it. And in so doing, she hath gifted us an opportunity too precious to waste. Even now the flame of hope burns on. Aye, as Minfilia's successor, it stands to reason that Rean doth possess the means to exert her will over Eden, but such a monumental task is not to be taken lightly. What sayest thou, Claire? Yeah, I would imagine that this is easier said than done. Yes, you're probably right, but I have to try. Very well, Rean. You made up your mind, so how should we go about this? I have an idea. I've been studying it carefully ever since we arrived, and it seems to me that the light is more concentrated at a certain point. I suppose you could call it the core. That giant Talos had a core too, like a beating heart. It controlled the flow of ether. If Eden's core is the same, perhaps we could use it to restore the etheric balance? The theory is certainly sound. By employing Ethernet shards as beacons, mayhap we could trace the etheric flow to Eden's core, and in so doing secure the means to teleport to the very heart of the beast. Thankfully, the Settlement Council has kindly furnished us with a plethora of apparatus by which to perform such feats. However, we must needs first have Rean study the entity's interior and chart us a suitable course. Once we have reached our destination, I shall fabricate a means by which you may directly communicate with Eden, and mayhap exert a measure of control over it. You can really do that, Urianger? All credit is due to a dear friend, a gentle soul long since departed, who imparted to me a wealth of knowledge concerning etherology. Although I am certain she would be all too quick to chastise my methodology. Excuse me for interrupting this trip down memory lane, but I don't imagine that Eden will be too happy about us, rummaging around in its innards for want of a better term. In all seriousness, though, I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of welcoming party arranged for intruders. Perhaps you best lead the way, Claire? It's true that she's the only one who can defeat a Light Warden, but I'd rather not rely on her any more than we have to. Yes, I haven't forgotten what happened when she absorbed too much light, but as Alize said, making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. Now, I wish I could put down wardens myself, but the simple fact is I can't, and there's no point pretending I can. That's why I'm asking Claire. Then perhaps I could. You already have a job to do, remember? The only reason this plan even has a chance of success is because of your involvement. We need you to concentrate on the task at hand and guide us to the core. Not only that, you'll have to keep an eye on Eden itself. If we somehow manage to make it angry, get us out of there. Are you sure you want to go through with this? Well, I'm out here, might as well. That's what I do best. I won't let you down. Though we will remain here, Rain and I shall do our utmost to guide thee along the ethereal stream. After thou hast breached the exterior, we shall remain in contact via these link pearls, courtesy of our comrades in the Crystarium. Being relics salvaged from the Crystal Tower, I fear they may be somewhat less reliable than those to which thou art accustomed. Yay, we're going inside! So we're going to give it a nasty wake-up call then. Resurrection now accessible. So that's going to be the first little trial battle, I'm guessing. We're ready when you are, Claire. The teleportation apparatus hath been collaborated successfully, and I believe the probability of disintegration to be relatively low. So that's just a nice way of saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure you aren't going to die today. Alright, so we'll just join here, and then we'll go talk to Thancred, who looks like he's getting a fire going. That's kind of random. I can't get this bloody thing lit. It must be because the ether has stopped flowing, just as Reen said. Though if this plan of hers in Urianger actually works, we might have to stop calling this place the Empty. Yeah, normally I would suggest that he just doesn't know how to light a fire, but considering it's Thancred, I'd be very surprised if it turns out he couldn't. And why can't I jump down? I want to go and explore. Why can't they let us go running up to Eden? But with so many people doing the new raid here, I don't think that we'll have to wait too long. So I've given this some thought, and I'm not going to be doing any commentary during the fight. I want to concentrate on the fight here, so you can just skip ahead, I guess. So yeah, it's just going to be a pure fight, no commentary, and yeah, that should be pretty fun. So, do I have everything? Yeah, I have way too much stuff here. This is a bad habit of mine. I need to just throw some stuff out so I have room. Oh, why do I have to be such a collector? I like collecting things. And since I plan on leveling up all my jobs, I want to hold on to them. Okay, so yeah, why not? I'll have a cream brulee. There we go. That took less time than I thought, so let's head on in there. Be careful! Huge amounts of ether are rushing to the core. Wait, what's that? Yeah, I did not expect to be facing Eden right away. There's the first time we've seen a smile at the end of a battle. Haven't seen one of those in a while. But man, that was intense. We made it through without dying once, so I'm proud of that, but yeah, that battle was nuts. And that's just the first one. I mean, I have no idea what's waiting for us next. I have no clue what we're doing here. I know we're supposed to be restoring the elements, but they haven't gone into details to that yet, and you know what? I'm just going to shut up and just get to it. Seems like we'll have to wait for the ether within Eden to stabilize before we can all teleport to the core. Though we anticipated some form of resistance, I did not foresee Eden generating a smaller replica of itself. To think that a mere fraction of its power could manifest such a powerful adversity is frightening indeed. It seems that Thancred's prediction about there being some sort of guardian was right. Thankfully, it was nothing that you couldn't handle. And I'm glad to say that you haven't absorbed any light either. So far, so good. Now that way is clear, the ethereal shards can send us to the core and back whenever we need. Why don't we give them a try? Getting back in already. Cool, I like that. Cool. Sitting around and waiting is hardly my forte, though I dare say I'm more suited to this than whatever Urianger's doing. Yeah, what are you doing? Though this apparatus is now in place, a number of minute adjustments must needs be made before attempting to assert control over Eden. Once Urianger has activated the device, it's my turn. Cool. Yay, what's next? Ooh, cutscene. The time hath come, Rain. Watch over me, Minfilia. Is this supposed to happen? Eden is offering considerable resistance. Not now, not when I'm so close. Urianger! I am unharmed, but what of Reen? No, you listen to me! Reen, be careful! Well, that was cool. Did not expect that. It looks like Eden's finally awake. The beast's fury hath subsided. Well, I'm glad that's over, but for how long? Okay, so that's the end of the quest line for now. We will be back in the next video as we continue on to the next battle. I hope you're all going to be looking forward to it, and yeah, I can't wait to see what's waiting for us next. So, until next time, all of you be careful, okay?